All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to another exciting edition of Chuck Cassidy Live. Tonight, you are joining me, as we often do, in my shop in my garage here in Denver. Very small shop. But thank you for tuning in. It's a fine Thursday eventide. Thursdays are my favorite day of the week. And hopefully today will shape up to be no exception to that. As always, let me see how the, and also let me get that out of there, huh? Let's see how the audio is sounding. I think the audio is sounding good. Let me know in the comments if it's good or not. But we are here. Thank you for tuning in. That double screen is pretty funny. Glad we got that out of the way. Joining you with a fresh new internet connection. So hopefully we're going to have live streaming in unprecedented quality happening. That is pretty exciting. So what do we have planned this evening? Well, I thought it would be fun today. I have a big butcher block in my shop that I'm in the process of cutting and milling down for some countertops in my house. Believe it or not, I've got a house I'm trying to finish and get rented. And since I had it, I figured I'd sit down and maybe pull up the computer. I got my computer here, and we could go bus shopping together on the internet. Excuse me. Now, I haven't looked at any of the listings we're going to look at. I haven't done anything. I've got a new window open. We're going to check out Facebook Marketplace, and we're going to check out Public Surplus. Maybe if you want to suggest other places to check, we'll hit those up. We're going to be on here for an hour till 7:30 Mountain Standard Time. Excuse me. I've been drinking this delicious porter out of a mug here, making me a little gassy. And we'll see what's up there. And if you, I want you to put in the comments, like, what are some things you think you want in a, let's open it up, either a fully converted bus that's already been done, or in a stock school bus that has not been modified at all. What are you shopping for? What did you shop for? What would you shop for if you were to do it again today? And we'll see what the market's like. I know it is one hell of a buyer's market out there for bus conversions and school buses and RVs and boats, anything in that vein. Gosh, it seems like people are getting pennies on the dollar for. So I'll be curious to see what prices we see out there. I know people are generally trending their prices down from their asking price on a lot of the things that they're selling in these categories. So looks good. Looks like the Chuck channel has some good streaming and audio quality tonight. Thank God. We needed that. You know what I mean? So before we go too far, though, we're going to check in and see who is joining us on the old YouTuberinos. There's 48 of you people tuning in tonight, so I hope that bodes well for us. I would love to get as much input and questions as you can throw my way. So here we go. We got people all stoked to be in here. Okay, the real Smiley speed. Nice. We got a 2004 Gillig 30-foot. That's cool. The engine's in the rear of those. So a 30-foot rear engine bus. Very rare in the school bus world, but you can definitely find them in transit buses, which is what you've got here. They don't have room for holding tanks because of no basements. Well, no school buses have basements either, as far as, compartments. So you'll need to make brackets to hold up the tanks, and you'll also need to buy tanks that are shallow enough to not mess up your ground clearance, because I know your floor is going to be a lot lower than the floor of a bus. So your options are, you can get a pump and pump your wastewater up to a holding tank, which I think is a horrible idea, but people do it. It's common also in other industries like boats. Or you can look for very long, skinny, narrow tanks. I know Class A Customs has a 100-gallon holding tank that is only 11 inches tall. It's like 81 or 82 by 26 by 11. That would be pretty good for you. So see if you could do that there. Look into that, my friend. We got Bilbo Bussins, nice, okay. Ceiling puck lights, you're working on that. Cool. The real Smiley Speed is super stoked to catch a live. Glad you're here. Glad everybody's here. We're up to 67 people watching. That is cool. Nice. People are framing. We got over and over and over. They're about to buy a C2 2010, hoping it's not unrecommended. I don't think it is unrecommended, but I would need to know a little bit more about the specifics of that, what motor it's got and all that stuff. But hey, here we go. We got a 97 E450. Lots of rivets on the demo. That's a big problem. I know, Bilbo, I had double screens, but we got it fixed. I think we're good now. Okay, I think, we got a lot of what's up, Hayes. It's great to have everybody here. This is cool. Firebird tuning in from Washington State. Awesome. Keep working on that bus. That's a big, the bus, like converting a bus, I just had a consult today with somebody. We were talking about it, even a short bus, like a 5-window short bus, if you want to do a conversion on it and do a nice job, I mean, the minimum number of hours that I would expect to spend on that would be somewhere in the like 300 to 400 hour range, which is a lot of time. If you're able to put 20 hours a week into it, which is quite a bit if you already have a job, right? 20 hours a week, that's still going to take you 15 weeks to do the build, so 4 months. And maintaining 20 hours a week while you have a full-time job is almost impossible. That's like 2 hours every day after your job, plus like a full day on weekends, and then like another 3 hours somewhere. It's crazy. Check my math on that, but you know what I mean. All right, we got people tuning in from Alabama. Matthew, what up? We've got Marie from Denver. What's up, Marie? Okay, here's something that so the question I posed to the people in the chat was, what are some attributes or qualities or things you're looking for in a stock school bus or an already completed schoolie? What are you looking for if you're going bus shopping? And we got this here. Paul Alexander, you are looking for an all-mechanical bus. You and me both, my friend, so that's a good one. Johnny Lightning wants a 20,000-mile rust-free 3-year-old bus. I'm with you on all of that except for the 3-year-old part, although I understand the sentiment. Unfortunately, like really new buses, they're so complex. It messes up my ability to appreciate the DIY aesthetic that is the whole point of the school bus, right? Like, I want to be able to do whatever I want to it, and it gets really hard to do that when you have computers with proprietary, programming languages, and this is way out of my wheelhouse, right? But when you need specialized software to have full control of the rig, that bums me out. But I know what you mean. This is great. Yeah, a lot of people shopping for the older model ones. We got people looking for mid-size buses. This is great. Old buses are the best. DTA 360 or DT 466. Not many electronics to deal with. I totally agree. They're just hard to come by these days. And if you do, they are freaking old, and like might need a lot of work, which is cool for me, but it might not be cool for you. How much is a consultation schoolie Godfather? You can, there should be a link in the video description. You can book a consult with me. It's $130 for an hour to talk to me, which I think is reasonable. Can you raise your floors to put your tanks in that space? Absolutely. Lots of people do that. I definitely recommend it. Jeff Breck, I know I always say it wrong, but I think I got it right. Victron system up and running. That's awesome. Insured and converting title to RV, then start using it. Thanks for your help. Awesome. Happy to help you, Jeff. Jeff is someone that I helped designing their solar system with, and that's something that I love doing. I'm very experienced in that particular field. And as a Victron dealer, I can sell you the components. I become your point for technical support and customer service. So if you ever have a problem, it's me you're dealing with. And I do my best to make sure that, anything that comes up is either the result of you not doing it right, or if it is because of some problem with the Victron hardware, it gets solved very quickly. And I can get new units out to you super fast. So hit me up if you want help, is what I'm saying, with your electrical system. It's something I love doing. Okay, so lots of what's up, Hayes. We got people, someone who works at as a firefighter. That's awesome. Yeah, if you have a lot of time to spend on the project, then this is the kind of thing for you. Absolutely. You know, building a bus is a huge undertaking. And right now, I sound like I'm on the Home Shopping Network, but right now, because of the market we're in, where prices on everything that isn't like food and groceries and cost of living stuff, but prices on all these other things like, boats and even used cars, RVs, recreational vehicles, anything like that, motorhomes. Prices on all of those things are dropping, I think, because I'm going to speculate here, but I think because a lot of people feel a lot of insecurity and because there's been a lot of wage stagnation, you know, so things are more expensive these days. And so if you are in a position where you have the money to buy an RV or a converted bus, now's a good time to buy potentially a converted bus if you can prove that it was done right, because you'll probably get something far nicer than you could build on your own because of the change in cost of materials and how cheaply you can buy things for right now. Just my opinion. Again, only my opinion, but if I were in the position of looking for a rig, it would be hard for me to really want to build a new one if I could maybe buy one that was already done. And it's done well, or it's done from the factory and get a good price on it. But it depends on what you're trying to do, Sometimes building the thing in itself is a part of the experience, and I will certainly attest it's valuable. We got people in Florida, people from everywhere. This is amazing. Okay, so I think, people are hitting me up with good questions. This is awesome. Yeah, Lyle, what's up? Thank you for buying your solar system for me. That helps pay my bills so that I can, be a great solar system designer and support technician, and also make these videos, right? Because there's not much money to be made in making YouTube videos, at least not at my level. Who knows though? Maybe I'll be selling out soon, and I'll be selling the AG1 athletic greens on the channel. That's when you know you made it. Okay, so before we get too far, I want to talk about really what we're doing. And we've already gone far enough. We're 13 minutes into this. I thought it would be really fun to take you bus shopping on the internet, because that's where everything happens now. Who even buys stuff in real life? Let's hop on the internet. Let's see what's for sale on the Facebook Marketplace. I'll be using my Facebook Marketplace. Right now, I've got it set to Oakland, California, because I've been spending a lot of time out there. And I feel like that's a good place to look if we want to see maybe the high end of prices. And I've got the range set to 500 miles. So 500 miles north and south of Oakland gives us a big, and I guess east too. That gets us into Reno, So we'll actually be covering a pretty wide swath of the market out there, and a huge, I don't know how many people live in that radius, but a ton of people. I think that even includes Los Angeles. And we'll see what's for sale on there. And then if we have time, I really want to hop over and check out publicsurplus.com, which is an auction website for publicly owned materials like buses to be auctioned directly from the districts and agencies that own them. So I think that'll be pretty interesting, and we'll see what's out there. I have not, full disclaimer, as much as I spend a lot of time on Facebook Marketplace, I haven't searched school bus or schoolie on the old Facebook Marketplace for at least 2 weeks. I've been looking at other stuff, and I haven't checked Public Surplus, I think, since, around my birthday, which would have been January 7th. So it'll be cool, and we'll get that reaction in real time. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything here, blah, blah, blah. This is great. Seems like overwhelmingly people are stoked, and okay, that's the whole point. So without further ado, we're gonna see if I can do this all. Let me see, we'll get the screen going, we'll go picture in picture, boom! Amazing. So let's get in here and let me know if this isn't working. But we're gonna go ahead and wow, this is tricky. Here we go. We're gonna search. Let's start with school bus, and let's just see what we have on here. Ooh, nice. So I'm a huge. This is gonna take all night. I hope you're okay with that. We're gonna be here the entire evening. I'm a huge sucker for these grills, especially the older Internationals that have the all the chrome painted here and they're totally symmetrical. Like, look at that. Look at that unit. Look at this unit. Gonna be hard not to click on all of these. So let's just check one. Ooh, that'll be interesting. They've got a mini split thing happening. What's up with that? Blah, okay. Diamond plate, cool. I like this. This looks like maybe a Bluebird body to me. Pilgrim, I'm not sure what they're saying by that. That could be like Amtrak. That could be a million different things. Hookups, gauges, okay. Everything works, runs and drives. Wow. Hey, not a bad job, wouldn't you say? That looks clean. I mean, it needs a paint job, but we're looking good here. I'm into it. They don't mention the motor it has. Too bad. But geez, for $6,000, huh? No interior pictures. What's up with that? The tires are ancient. You know that. Huh? Roof deck. What's this? The utility pole? Are the utilities coming in on the top of the... Did I see that right? Is that like... Amazing. Okay, let's keep going in the interest of brevity. Beautiful. Eugene, Oregon. That would be in Eugene, Oregon. Looks a lot like the Further bus, huh? Wow, what do we got here? I tell you what, a guy could just get lost in that grill. Damn. I can smell this bus from here. Wow, look at that. Beautiful. Okay. Repower coming soon. I know you want me to click on the double decker, and how about this one, huh? Lots of activity in Oregon. So they took the mini split rack to a whole nother level. Very cool. This is fresh, 43 minutes ago. This is fun, guys. How are we doing? 6.5 turbo diesel. Not my favorite, you know. But hey, this is under 10 grand, barely. Tiny bus. Yeah, over it. Nothing cool there. Savage. 96 Cummins. Okay, you got me. What do we got here? 12 valve. So 12 valve Cummins, so we know it's all mechanical. 96. Huge mileage. Wow. Huge mileage. If the engine hasn't been rebuilt, I would be a little, yeah, I think I'm out. Even at that price, I'm probably out. It's got a little higher ceiling than stock, but goodness gracious. Huh? It doesn't look too, yeah, it's old. We're gonna keep cruising. Boop, 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 doo. Okay, fine, double decker. We'll look at it. What is in the back of the bus? Engine, Volvo, transmission, Voith. So probably hard to find parts for this guy. Voith transmissions are very uncommon. Volvo engines, I don't know anything about them really. Huge though, that's a big engine. Interesting thing about double deckers, we should just talk about this. They typically have very low ground clearance and the headroom height in each deck is unsubstantial. Because keep in mind, the legal limit is 13'6" on the interstates, right? Well, that's 6.5 feet and a half of a foot. So what is that, 6'9" if you divide it by 2 is your maximum theoretical, but you know, you gotta have ground clearance back there. When you break it down, it's hard to have more than 6 foot inside each deck before you insulate. But hey, headroom be damned. Cool to have a whole nother level. I mean, that's amazing. I wish this had more pictures. Crown bus. Fine, I'll click. I could do this all night. Spooky, huh? That's a Detroit diesel. Rear engine, so maybe a 6V92 or something like that. Let's see what we got. So this is a Crown bus, but what they did, this was like a collaboration between Crown, General Electric, well, General Electric, I think it bought Crown, and MIT, like engineering students or something, to redesign the front and the back of the Crown buses. So if you look at it, you know, just from about here and about here, that's how a normal Crown will look. If you don't know what a Crown school bus looks like, they look like this, you know. Put new front ends on it, I think made it unbelievably ugly. Oh yeah, look, Detroit Diesel 6V92. Profoundly ugly, but in a cool vintage retro way that people might like with different taste than me. So 118,000 miles, hard to believe, right? These are built amazingly well. The bodies are all aluminum. That engine is a little obscure these days, but a real ripper for sure. And these are stock windows you could actually leave. And because of the design, they don't, if you look, there's not a split pane. It's one pane that rolls all the way down like a regular car window. And the water from the windows that accumulates all the condensation and stuff, it actually drains out behind this panel to the outside, which is pretty amazing. This being a rear engine bus, you got tons of storage underneath. Totally gutted. If you're cool with the look, it's worth a look, huh? Ooh, Schoolie. Okay, we're gonna look at this guy. I'm excited. I am excited. What do we got in the comments section? 47 is gorgeous. I agree. Beautiful bus. Basically, I should sell my raw and converted bus because if I build it, I will be upside down on it. I mean, yeah, that's one way to think of it. But we engage in this project not because it makes financial sense, right? I think this is something that we do because we feel called to do it. If you want to get on the road the cheapest manner possible, nobody would pick a converted school bus. I mean, you can go buy a Winnebago or something like that, a cheaply made mass-produced RV from the mid '80s for $4,000 or $5,000 and like sleep in it that night. It might be uncomfortable. It might need a lot of systems work. It might not last long, and it might not be safe, right? But you'll have that. Excuse me. But if your goal is to, you know, build something out the way you want it, and if that thing that you imagine is something that's strong and durable and will have a lot of longevity to it, then starting with a school bus makes sense. But it's definitely not the cheapest or the fastest option out there for getting into life on the road. What do we got? Would be low budget to convert. Double deckers are very expensive. Yeah, let's look at some. We'll just look at some good ones here, okay? A lot of people might be enticed by well, let's look at this one first. We got a finished Schoolie. We got to go in here. So they left the wheelchair lift, which is cool for some folks, annoying for others. It looks like the whole back of this bus is set up as like a garage area for, I'm guessing. Yeah, it's a motorcycle in there. Let's see what we get. Yep. 30 foot long, 2003. Cool. So we got the MD 3060. That's cool. So you could unlock that and probably pick up a 6th gear on that. What else do we have? Flat nose, short wheelbase, yes, of course, and good turning radius. I mean, there's a reason why these are popular buses, for sure. Tony at AAA Bus Sales. Tony's legit, good seller. I've met him. I know him personally. Queen size bed, blah, blah, blah. This all looks pretty solid. I mean, the price is high, don't get me wrong. But, okay, so what do we got? 46-gallon freshwater, too small for me, but perhaps that's something you can easily change. Looks like maybe only one solar panel. So the systems need to be updated, in my opinion. Wheel chock, who cares? Well, 160,000 miles is pretty friggin' low. Wow, that's amazing. So we got closed cell spray foam. Okay. 6'1". Yeah, this doesn't have a roof raise, so it's a low ceiling model. The deck is cool. See, it's only got one solar panel, big deck. You could change this out pretty easily and do more solar if you wanted. Make the deck smaller. Okay, nothing too crazy. The garage space is great if you're trying to haul bikes and things like that around. Got a backup camera. I mean, this is clean. The deck, that's a nice rooftop deck. Curious how that's made, but it looks like it's well done. Got the vent in it. Huge, huge garage. Interior, decent, simple. Not a fan of that. But since there isn't another shower or anything in here, like if you wanted to build one, it'd be super easy. Just take that out and start over. But, oops, what the heck just happened? We're all over the place now. I'm gonna have to click, there we go. Pretty solid, very white inside. The insulation's good, really desirable drivetrain. They've done a lot of work to it. You could get in that and go today. 83 grand, I don't think so, but that's a nice rig. I'm not sure what it's worth, to be honest. I'd need to look at it myself. I would put it at the 50 grand range, depending, right? Let's tune in. Let's see what we got in the comments section. Someone's jealous of the Sunraider. Yeah, me too. I wish I still had it. They're all over. Just search Sunraider, and you'll see a bunch out there. What do you think of converting a paratransit vehicle? Some have high ceilings and high clearance. Yeah, could be good. I mean, if you can see it and if it really makes sense, I think do it. There's no reason not to, right? Learn about the chassis and the drivetrain. Imagine your floor plan, and if it seems like it'll work, you should definitely go for it. Roof raise, engineered studs, spray foam. Who doesn't love an engineered stud? Okay, awesome. We got some good comments in here. The lift is handy if you got a bike. I agree. Difficult to find insurance on a schoolie with a deck, as far as what I've heard. But I have not tried to do it personally, as my bus doesn't have a deck. I'm just curious about this one because I accidentally accidentally clicked on it. This is an oldie. I mean, we're talking old. We're 40s or 50s. It's all stainless. I started off with a coach bus, and I thought school buses were beneath me for a very long time. And can you blame me? I mean, look at the styly, beautiful, styly nature of coach buses. That's an old Silver Sides. It's probably from the late 40s. It was definitely a Greyhound bus. Tiny luggage compartments, small windows, usually Detroit diesel 671. I think that's all they had. Two-stroke behind it. Man, it looks ancient, doesn't it? But I love it. How long is that bus? Looks like it's reasonably short, huh? Should we message? Why not, huh? Hey, Gary. Oh, it's like watching an addict. Great bus. What's wrong with me? You want to know what I do on my Friday nights? Evidently my Thursday nights. Thanks, Gary. All right, let's take a look at a couple more, and then we'll head out. Got excited about that. That's cool. That's an old Gillig. I mean, what should I click on? Why don't you tell me? I want to click on the weird stuff. Some people are partial to that. Look at that. Ford International. That's not going to be right. Let's see which one it is. Well, it's definitely a Ford. That, to me, looks like some Bluebird stuff, but I could be wrong. Oh, Ward. Classic. It's a Ward. Nice bus. I know some friends. Ward and Carpenter, very much the same company. This is the Ford. I think it's like a 7.6, 7.8 liter engine. Inline 6, basically a copy of the DT466. Wow, this looks really clean, huh? 205,000 miles, though. Look at that though, very little rust. They obviously wanted to take a picture of that. Look at this. That's a good sign when people are writing the dates on things. Yeah, someone cared about this unit. Ooh, boy. Smells like WD-40. You've been hanging out with Grandpa. Oh, look at this thing. Nice bus. Blah, blah, blah. They only want $5 grand for it. I'd offer them 3 and see what happens. How are we doing on time and questions? Okay. Don't call it a deck. Hey, it's a big deck. Big deck you got there. Any advice to insulate the noise of the engine? You have a 7.3 and an E450. So that's a van cutaway. And the biggest sources of noise, I think right off the bat, are usually this, if you have a front engine bus, you have got a step well right there, which usually has a front tire right by it. And the step well is almost always just a single piece of sheet metal. And there's oftentimes exhaust pipes and an engine right nearby. So getting the step well insulated, acoustically insulated, is a great place to start. And then it's about identifying the kinds of noise you have. You could have wind noise, you could have tire noise, you could have noise from your drivetrain. So making sure that, you know, your tires, your drivetrain, and you don't have weird gasket things contributing to noise. Then it's time to look at more aggressive options like making sure your metal panels in your walls and things don't vibrate and resonate, and for that stuff like Dynamat is good. In general, anytime you can add mass to a surface, that will make it resonate at a lower frequency and it will absorb some of the sound energy more, so that will change the timbre of the sound noise you're hearing and it will make things quieter. And then if you can, you know, take reflective surfaces, which are hard ones like this butcher block or, you know, flat walls, and cover them with something that's absorptive or, you know, diffuses the sound because it's not a flat shape, that'll make it also a huge difference in the loudness level in your bus. So I'd start with all that stuff. But the stairs and the front entry door, they're a huge loud point on pretty much every bus. So there you go. This is Caleb. We've talked before, Marketplace is a slippery slope. I haven't, is this still available tattoo? Dude, that is cool. I'm hearting that. And also thank you for the $5. Is this still available? Hey, if you say that, I'm not replying. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's look at 2 more, okay? We'll scroll down a little bit, see what we got. Pick our 2 favorite. This one, I gotta do it. Okay, I'm doing it. I've wanted to talk about this one for a while. What is going on here? A lot of people might not see it, but I do. This bus has a driver's door and steps. That is bitchin'. I love that. It's 6 short windows long. And then it also has this funny thing here. So like, how much headroom do we have? Well, I can tell you, I saw this bus in person freaking 4 or 5 years ago when it was for sale in in Boulder, Colorado. It had an upright piano in it at the time. Look at these groovy floor tiles. Nothing's been done on the interior. Don't mistake it, you know. Nothing's really been done. Lots of paint and some linoleum. But look, it's clean underneath. It's got air ride. See the bags there. But look, 11,000 hours on the engine. Holy smokes. And 240,000 miles. 11,000 hours on any diesel engine is really pushing it, at least of this displacement. So it might rock and roll right now, but I think it would be a fool's errand to think you could buy this and put another 50 or 60,000 miles on it without some major engine work coming up, unfortunately. Which is too bad because I would love to buy this. I think it's super cool to have. There he goes, close up. The tires, like good depth, I think they're probably I know they're too old, but good depth. But dude, having a freaking driver's door is so cool. It looks like the headroom might be on the higher side of things. I can't tell. But dang, what a neat rig, huh? I thought about this one before. Tell you what. I will tell you what. Let's see if we can find one more schoolie. Oh, look, another crown. That's how they're supposed to look. Oh, yeah, 165 grand. Oh, shit, brother. Okay, wow. Slap me in the face. Look at that. Pizza on bus. Look at all the stainless. Oh, my mouth is watering. And so is my appetite. Look at this. Wood fire exotic pizza kitchen. I'm sorry I've led us astray, but look at what they did. What is this? What the hell is that? This is incredible. I'm speechless. Wow. Good for you. Someone dropped money on this. Damn. Okay. Okay, one more. But just because we already looked at another double-decker. Leyland, hello. Yeah, Route Master, beautiful. All aluminum. These were built to be refurbished and last forever. They're amazing marvels of engineering. They will literally last forever. Wow, it's got the paint job and everything. Cool, 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 cool. Look at this. Look at that. Headroom in here. See, they don't mention it. Freaking beautiful. British. Beautiful. I love it. Sucker for that, huh? How's everyone doing? Don't worry, we only got 20 minutes more of bus shopping with Chuck. What do we got? The FMTV crowd are getting good results from Dynamat product for their engines. I think maybe the hoodliner and that stepwell worth doing some digging on. Yeah, definitely. People are building. This is nice. Building a -20 in Minnesota. Unbelievable. Sound deadening. On the sound deadening side of things, too, I mean, unless you're constrained, the thicker the better. You know, if you can make that stuff the thickest you can find, it's going to do the best. Is there anyone on YouTube filming their conversion that you'd recommend watching? I'm not sure. I'm not not watching lots of bus conversion stuff. Lately, I'm on the boat YouTube algorithm. Additionally, other things, you know, about alternative building methods. I'm trying to learn more about radio broadcasting and things like that. My friend Reese turned me on to some stuff. You should check it out. Ben Jordan has a killer YouTube channel. Man, I don't know. That guy's got 30-hour days. What do we got? People are talking. Okay, Resonix, nice. I don't know anything about it, but very cool. All right, let's take a look at public surplus. So I've bought many a bus off the old public surplus. Sounds like a blues song. And let's see, the place to start. I mean, I'm always curious, the landing page. But what we want to do is go to Motorpool. So we're going to be looking at buses that are for sale directly from the district selling them. Slim pickings. Now, isn't that something? I'm not surprised, though, because what we're looking at would be auctions. Usually they'll put these auctions up for 2 to 3 weeks. And being is that we are not even done with January, that would mean that most of these auctions would be posted after everyone got back from winter break. So we're in the post-winter break blues right here. But let's see what we got. It's not nothing, you know. Indoors, we like that. Other buses. I'm predicting this is a rural district. Rural. 8.3 liter Cummins front engine. Unique. That's unique. Needs batteries. Okay, this is nice. I like the detail. This means that they're paying attention to the rig. It's been in the shop. That mileage, not too crazy, certainly. Curious about the hours. Hard to find those. Let's look at some pictures. What are we at? $510. I mean, it runs, right? 2 days, 20 hours it runs. What's the catch? Oh, buddy. Now this cannot be right because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 windows. I don't think this has an 8.3 Cummins because 10 windows, this bus is probably like 31 feet long. Yeah. That's a nice bus. Nice bus. I'd hop on it if you want to go somewhere. I'm curious, that cannot be right, but hey, nice bus. Go buy that bus. If you want a bus to buy, that's a fun one. Nice, okay. We did well on that one. Hey. What else do we have? I like this. This is a funny one. How about a weird one? Scooter. I mean, who doesn't love that face? I feel bad because I'm showing you all the weird stuff I'd be bidding on, but honestly, I shouldn't buy any of this. Maybe one of you can buy it and love it. Condition poor. Well, I'll be the judge of that. Safety play bus. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, look at these guys. Weird picture of a bus. If you don't want it, I'll have it. Shit, look at this. Okay, glow in the dark. Very cool. 42,000 miles? I mean, who knows? Fun times. Tiny bus. This thing is microscopic. We got carburation. Yeah, definitely 79. Carburation. Someone upgraded this, I would say. $500. Someone bid that. Okay. I mean, it might be, you know, poor but running condition. Poor but running condition. That's me. I think we'd be fine. Cool unit. I like the grill. Who else likes the grill? That's a scooter. There's rust up here. That's glass companies will be intimidated by that if you ask them to replace a windshield. I mean, this is as long as a freaking crossover SUV. Put an LS in it. Oh, I'm thinking about it. You know I'm thinking about it. Crazy spring, tube. What do we got? That's okay. That's conduit for some tube. Yeah. Okay. Okay. How about one more? What do we got in the comments? Shuttle, what's a shuttle bus? I don't know. Here we go. Okay, so people are getting excited about things. I'd name him Puppy. Oh, he's Scooter. Yeah. I'll tell you what, it's slim pickings, but they're not bad out here. I am partial to that guy. And, you know, this was not bad either. The mileage was a little up there, but I mean, I'd run it. Let's pick one more. This is the full-size guy. I'm guessing by the logo, activity bus. For people out there who are the uninitiated, if you are unfamiliar, a lot of times school districts will number their buses as follows. They will have the first 2 digits of the number be the year of the bus, and then the number after that will be the number in case there were more than one bus purchased that year. So my guess would be that this bus was purchased or is a year 2000 bus, hence the 00, and it was the first one. That's just my guess. Could be wrong. 2001 kind of would make sense. They bought it in 00, who knows? Huge miles, totally makes sense for an activity bus. I bet this is a rural district. Rural. God, that word is hard to say. Yeah, Madison School District, sure. So this bus probably drove all over. Wow. Pretty bus though. Okay, rebuilt transmission, new exhaust, oil leak, yeah. 315 horsepower motor. So this is a higher horsepower model of this, super awesome. Definitely the activity bus setup. Red seats, hell yeah. Wow, look at that. Huge underbay storage. That passes all the way through. Nice setup. What are we at, $2,000? The miles are insane. But I want to know the hours. If anyone wants to contact the seller and figure out how many hours this has, because it might have 8,000 hours, you know, and be good to go for a long time. Looks nice. I'd get behind the wheel of that guy. I tell you what. All right, let's answer a couple questions, and I think we'll head out for the night. But it's been a fun evening. I hope you've all enjoyed your time. Fun hanging out in the shop with a nice desk for a change, huh? Gosh, I cannot stop thinking about that one. Nice face. Nice face indeed. How do I get back to the, here we go. Here we go. Boom. And we're out of there. Yeah. Okay, I think that's going to wrap it up unless we have any more. I did see, oh, sorry. As soon as I said it. Wild questions here. We're talking about modifications to a Honda Odyssey. Middle seat as a jump seat. The anchor rings, I made my own. I made my own anchor rings for that. So that's how I handled it. I think I had 2 pieces of plate and then a 5/16 inch piece of rod, circular rod stock that I put through that for the seat clip to catch. I think that's how I did it. I might be wrong. Maybe it wasn't 5/16. I'm sure it was metric originally, but that was what I could find. 5/16 is like M8, 8mm. Or maybe it was M10. I don't know. But you can mess around. Get some bolts. Stick them in there and see what catches. I didn't see the 4x4 bus for sale a few months ago. Unless it was the one for sale in town. I haven't done any work on a 4x4 bus. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I can think of one. But there is one for sale near me. And it looks pretty tempting. It's got a Mercedes engine. Seems to be well done. And yes, if you want to schedule me for a consult in Oakland, that's fine. You can just head on. There's a link in the description. Head on over to the website and book that up. If you want to do it in person, make sure you reach out to me first, though, because I'm certainly not everywhere all the time. And if it's really out of the way, I do charge for drive time and things like that. So, all right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Happy Thursday. It's very nice. Nice to be with you all. And if you want any help with your conversions, please reach out. I'm here for you. Otherwise, we will see you next time, hopefully with a new video coming this weekend. I don't know. Love to see you then. Bye-bye. Talk to you later.